Here we go, eating some stuff again. Here we go, we're in New Orleans. Here we go, eating some stuff again. We're in New Orleans. New Orleans.
The items that we have today are beignets from Cafe Du Monde.
I guarantee they're gonna be good.
And gumbo from the gumbo shop. Now let me just say, I will say that we choose these
Shaking
things.
your head. Don't shake your head.
That Coke machine is really loud. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's hot.
Hot gumbo.
We were told, well, when Jenna told a local lady that this was the gumbo that had been selected by you, Mythical Beasts, she was like, really? There's better gumbo. But listen, that's why we asked you to do this. We asked you to do this so you would give us the best thing. And what we've been told is that this is what we got to try. So don't complain to us if there's better gumbo in New Orleans. Okay? Complain to yourself. Or just participate more. I'm not bitter.
You know what? Let's reset our emotions. And start up. Here we go, we're gonna eat some food. Here we go, we're in New Orleans. Again. Gonna eat some food today, gonna eat some food again. Here we are, going for some food in New Orleans. I can't remember what I did the first time.
You know what? I think that's fine. So typically you would eat gumbo and then beignets. Should we do it in the opposite direction since we're judging?
You're assuming
Because
these are dessert beignets?
I'm not assuming. I am knowing that they are dessert.
All beignets are not dessert beignets.
It's not, but
I've had a savory beignet. I've had a crawfish beignet. Very good.
these are
Those are definitely dessert beignets.
So, question again:
I
Should we
wasn't
do
saying
it?
they
Should we
weren't.
do it in the opposite order? So that it seems like it would remove biases.
No, I'm really cold and I want to eat some gumbo.
All right, well, grab gumbo.
Now,
Britton
today,
as well.
Today, Britton is a tiebreaker, but Britton can't eat unless we need him to break it down. Just kidding.
I don't have
Here you go.
silverware.
You want a fork or a spoon? I'll eat with the other.
When we did the, here's a fork. You want a fork?
I got one. He wants a spoon.
I want a spoon. I mean,
You have a spoon.
I know. Do you have one?
I have a fork.
Right. Remember, I've been wanting to tell you that I'm sorry that you didn't get to eat the stuff that we got to try at the place that we're not going to say that we went to yet.
Right.
Unless you might have posted it.
He did.
Oh, you did? You posted
We
it?
did
It's
post
fine.
You
Place
know
about what?
But we didn't say
Place
where
about
it
thing we
was.
can't say.
Now, what is gumbo, actually?
It's a stew. Of
Chicken and pork, stew and rice and some
I mean,
peppers.
It's not.
I want you to know it's okay.
It's not as red as I thought gumbo was.
You think
Well,
maybe
we
you're
were-
thinking of red beans and rice?
We were told.
Sometimes
I would
it's,
think it'd be redder too.
yeah.
I'm so cold, I'm shaking. I can't get this gumbo from the gumbo pot into my mouth.
What a pot.
Well, your cup.
Right. We didn't even show what it looks like.
Well, it looks like that.
Yeah.
This is basically gravy in a cup. Gravy. This is gravy. Well, this isn't even gumbo.
No, I think gumbo is this. But you know what?
Gumbo is like gravy for the rest of the world.
When I think gumbo, I do think something that's redder than this.
But they call it gumbo there, but everywhere else they call it gravy.
Like if I Google, I don't have my phone. If you Google
I have.
gumbo, isn't it going to be red?
What color? Hey Siri,
Don't ask what color gumbo is. Just
what color is gumbo?
Let's see what if any fans can say.
just Google image gumbo.
Anyone watching know what gumbo usually looks like?
I think it's usually a little red, but I think you should.
Oh, we're gonna look it up.
Hey Siri,
Someone said gumbo.
show me a
Stray
picture of
Lulu
your
Cat says
average
gumbo is not red. Right?
Not red.
It's mixed. Some people are saying it is. Oh boy.
Let me see.
Oh,
Hey Siri,
there's this.
show me an image of your average gumbo.
But there's also this.
That's what I picture right there.
This is what we picture.
Oh,
Jessica Gavin
Is what they picture.
coming in hot.
Hold on. You know what would really be really good? Hot sauce in this.
I like the
Actually, most of
murky.
these are red.
You know, I bet you can find hot sauce.
This is a little stewish.
Mary Crown says
just don't
etouffee is red, gumbo is brown.
Oh, yeah?
What is red?
Etouffee is red.
I think I pronounced it
gumbo
right.
is
I
brown.
don't know.
We
I
should
don't
have
know.
got that.
This is good, but I don't know if it's because I'm egg starving and beef freezing. Like, I'm so cold.
I wonder if it has to do with the peppers he put in it.
My,
Spices.
me being cold.
Ooh, hot sauce.
That's not the type of hot sauce.
A squirrel. Stevie's not behind the camera. It's a mystery.
See the hat that mystery is wearing.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's Stevie, usually on the lives.
Oh, yeah?
Here's Jenna,
I'm
y'all.
like, thank you, that's nice.
This is Jenna. Jenna, turn it around here. All right, so if we look this way, there's Jenna. Jenna has a hat. Jenna purchased a hat in New Orleans.
You went full New Orleans.
And
I
she,
went full New Orleans.
look at that. She bought a hat today, and she is wearing it. And she did not know she was going to be on a live stream.
No, I think that's why she bought the hat.
Yeah. Did you buy a hat
Maybe
because you knew you were
save
going
the
to?
day.
Yeah. If you'd have got that hat, what do you call that hat anyway?
A New Orleans
A
hat.
barbershop quartet hat. I'm gonna find three
All
more
right, fine.
people.
I have no idea what
Yeah,
it's
not
called. I have
these
no idea what
things.
it's called.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Pull yourself out of beignet.
Oh, you already eaten. Barely eaten.
Yeah, I've eaten half of my gumbo.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, wow. On to the beignet.
You've eaten like one.
I can't believe you've eaten that much gumbo.
It's not that much gumbo. It's like a cup.
That's
No, no, no.
Look, Britton ate more than he did.
I'm almost done.
You almost ate the whole thing.
That's my meal, man. That's my dinner.
A meal usually takes time.
Okay.
Is there
Not my
chocolate
world.
in it? What's in it?
We gonna
We're gonna find out by biting into it.
I hope it's not bananas.
I don't think anything can be inside it. It's not a Pop Tart.
Man, it is strowing everywhere.
Don't exhale. Don't inhale.
I don't know. I think you might be getting beignets confused with the hot pocket. They usually don't have things inside of them, do they? I'm no expert, but I've never had one with anything inside.
How is it? This is not what a beignet was when I had it. When I got a beignet, it was puffier, like a roll, and it had stuff in it. It was much more like a kolache.
The long pocket.
The beignet is
Yeah, like a long
a
pocket.
beignet is more like a donut.
You're just describing this beignet. I'm just asking, is this all that? Is this what beignets actually are?
All beignets I've ever had, I would have called. Oh, it's just a donut, basically.
I would not say this is basically a donut. It's cakier, it's flatter, it's rectangular, for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying
It's weird. Is this what you have you ever eaten a beignet before?
Mm-mm. But this wasn't what I was expecting when you were describing it.
a fried dough.
What were you expecting? You've never had it. What were you expecting?
But when you described it, I think I was expecting more of a Danish.
Well, of course, you're expecting something different if you
I've
based off
never
of my
seen it, never
description.
had it, and you guys are.
And I described it as something else
Yeah, I was expecting a Danish.
based on my description.
Yeah.
All the beignets I've had have been just fried dough
Like
and
this?
powdered sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, and usually the ones I've had, like in LA, are like that, like just a ball. Like I would say, oh, this looks like a donut hole.
It's good. Don't get me wrong.
It was great, yeah.
It's very good.
And their logo looks like
Looks like a Southern Baptist church.
That's what the restaurant looks like. I
It looks
walked by it today.
It looks like a church.
That's what it looks like.
So,
is that steeple part of it?
That's the behind it. That's just a building behind it
That's another building.
on
There's
Jackson
not a building
Square.
behind it in their actual logo.
Is that
Because
weird to
it's
anyone
Jackson
besides us?
Square. It's
I
like
think it's
famous
just-
building or
It's a
something.
famous location.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not a famous building because they got to put famous buildings in there with their buildings so you'll know where it is.
First thing I'll say is neither of these things is as good as the fried
Anybody.
chicken I had at Majory
that takes a cake.
Oh, yeah.
Majory Commerce Restaurant today that I put on my Instagram story.
That was amazing.
Shout out Red MC.
Yeah, shout out Red MC.
Yeah,
That was the best. That was
Jenna,
the best
do not
stuff.
do that.
Yeah, hey, Jenna, anytime you want to shout out on Instagram, feel free to do it.
She wasn't shouting out to Instagram. She was prompting you to shout it out. But it did sound like she was shouting out.
Well, in doing so, she did shout me out.
Did you just dip that in a
No,
a
just-
lot of powdered sugar?
Look at it. Look how much sugar's on that one.
Oh my gosh.
Look at how much sugar is in front of me.
I told you not to.
After the last one.
Now look at how much sugar is in the bag.
Alright, let's see. Let's see how much sugar.
Crap. Listen, guys.
Oh boy.
I know you don't believe me, but I swear I've eaten a beignet with crawfish in it. I've eaten a
You had a
savory
crawfish
beignet.
beignet.
And I've eaten beignets with like jelly in them.
But what I'm saying is that was like a
fancy-
interpretation
a fancy
of a
restaurant
beignet.
interpretation
Yeah.
of a beignet.
That was, I don't know. Again, I know. I'm just saying. Every time I've ever had them, and when I had them in New Orleans, it was a sweet.
You need to brush your face off.
No, this is all part of it.
I mean, like, the way your beard is going, you need like the brush that comes with a dustpan? You need to carry one of those around.
If you'll do it for me, I'll get one.
I'll be like a chimney sweep. Every time you eat, you want me to brush your
Well,
beard.
every time I eat beignets.
You want me to brush your beard for you.
Yeah.
You want me to be around to do that. Like when you try and impress people or something. You think that's gonna do it? I've got a beard brush boy. Don't call me beard brush boy. What are you gonna call me?
You just came up with your own name.
That's not it. I knew that's what you would say first, and I'm removing that from contention.
I don't know. I don't really know what I think.
I think it's going to be weirder for you than it is for me. I'll just put it in those terms.
You don't like the gumbo. That's clear. You haven't gone back to it. I mean, me and Britton have basically eaten all of ours.
I don't like the gumbo. I'm just coming to grips with that. I'm starving and I'm freezing, but I don't like it. I also don't like the beignet because what I was led to believe something much more fancy was a beignet. And I feel embarrassed.
Okay. You ready to vote?
Go ahead, man.
Got me a book.
3.
Well, hold on. What
That's
is-
gumbo side.
This is gumbo. This is the beignet.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, we both
Vote
think
for the
that
beignet.
The beignets are better.
You don't like the soup?
I mean, I ate it and I will eat it, but I'm not like, man, I gotta tell people about this.
It's just it feels like just a beef stew. There's no beef in it, but that's what it feels like
Yeah.
to me.
A beefless stew.
A beefless stew. I was expecting some flair.
What would you have voted for? The beignet.
The beignet. Definitely.
But something about that beignet. What?
It's just, well, it was just wasn't what I was expecting. It was great.
I think the beignets could have beignet a little bit better.
You can say it, Britton. The
Yeah.
beignets could have beignet a little bit better.
Yeah.
Also, though, I mean, they have to get them and they have to travel here.
I think if you
Also,
got
if
them
you get
right
this-
out of the fryer,
Right, if we got them, yeah, like Krispy Kreme. When you
Yeah.
get a fresh donut is a lot better than one that's been sitting on the rack all day.
because I mean, let's face it, this is pretty much like a donut.
It's readier than a donut.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the same, but the next closest food I can think of that's like a beignet is a donut.
Not a Danish.
If you knew what a donut was and I was trying to tell you what a beignet was, I'd start with, now think of a donut and then I would go from there.
Think of a donut, make it more bready, but not as bready as a bagel.
In a rectangle.
In a toaster strudel configuration.
I don't think it has to be that shape.
You know what?
Why don't you
like a
Google
toaster
beignet?
strudel.
I would rather have
It's
a
not
toaster
as flaky.
strudel than that.
Now, when you put the icing on them, that elevates it.
I don't think I can say that.
What do you think?
I also thought this restaurant was going to be like a chic.
Hey, this is not a
Which is
restaurant.
probably a chic.
This-
I know, that's what I
this
thought.
is backstage.
Just because that's
Britton, we're backstage.
I thought this restaurant, Cafe Du Monde, was, I didn't know it was a coffee stand. I was unaware.
Well, and given the fact that this is not a restaurant.
It's a much larger. It's not a coffee stand.
Well,
It just says it on the bag.
well, no, okay. I have had beignets from here, and so have you. You were with me when we had them. We came up to this place
I don't remember.
late at night, and everything out here was open. And everybody was sitting out here under the awning.
wasn't me.
It's all they have coffee and beignets.
I am positive you were there because I've never been to New Orleans without you, and I've been to this place.
Well, Rhett, that's a sweet thing to say, but it wasn't me.
It was you, man. And you really remember places.
Can't remember.
Now, I was going to say, looking up crawfish beignets,
Good idea.
you were right, man.
What?
You were right.
What?
Look, you would say this is what you had?
No.
Oh, well.
No.
It was more like a donut with a crawfish in the middle.
But this is the place that invented
This?
beignets.
No.
Okay.
Right, this place invented beignets. I mean, in New Orleans at least. And they don't serve anything but these kinds.
Are they not French? Beignets are French?
What do you mean in New Orleans?
They're in New
How do you
Orleans,
invent
French.
something just in New Orleans? You mean
I think
originated
there's a-
something that
I think this
was
version
invented by
of
someone else?
the beignet is probably something. It doesn't have to be. It could be originated from here and still have a French name because
Right.
Cajuns.
Yeah.
We need to Google more.
The thing I love about New Orleans is
This
you
whole
can,
experience has been disorienting.
you can eat Southern food, but then you can also eat Cajun food. And you can make your Southern food Cajun in a way that you can't somewhere else in the South. And that's why I think that New Orleans is special, because it's like a 2-for-1 kind
Now,
of town.
as a designated
Soul food.
as a designated brush boy, are you going to clean all this up?
Yeah, man. That's a lot of bits.
I'm the beard brush boy.
Um,
I only brush beards.
I feel
Okay.
like we've been unfair to New Orleans.
I feel bad about this because I think New Orleans is
Yeah.
one of the.
I already told you I was embarrassed.
This is what I'll say. I think New Orleans is probably the best food city
That's what I'm
That we've been to.
that we've ever gone to.
Yeah, no doubt.
What about India?
We've never been to India.
I just mean, but if you did.
But the thing is that it's just one of the less satisfying food experiences we've had in Chow down in your town. And
I love how you're giving,
and
you
I
make
was-
it such a serious statement.
I was hungry. I think that the beignets would have been perfect if we had just been at the stand and we.
Yes.
These are at least an hour old.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
yeah.
every minute that you leave a beignet out, it loses some of its character.
Well, listen, that's one thing. Another thing, and by the way, I finished my stew.
Good for you.
And you know what that means? I have a cup full of gravy in my stomach. That's all that means. It's horrible. I can't.
It's not.
It's not. It wasn't
it's
bad.
not- it's not
Oh, it's
horrible.
horrible for you.
I think you're being too emotional.
This isn't New
You're right,
Orleans'
right.
fault. There's a lot of factors that go into this.
Right.
If you went to someone's home,
It's whose fault?
I'm not going to say it's the mythical beast's fault
And, it's not, and you're right, because it's not.
because it's not.
It's not their fault, but you're narrowing it down, so whose fault is it?
Listen,
Whose fault is it, Britton?
it's our fault.
No.
always blame yourself.
Should be more specific. If you were to narrow it down to one person of the three of us, whose fault would it be?
Of the three of us?
Yeah.
I don't think it's any of the three of us.
If you had to be.
If it had to be,
Yeah.
I see where you're going with this.
how do you see where he's going with this?
Whose fault would it be? Just say it. Just say it, Britton.
You tell me, man.
Britton.
No, you say it. You have the opportunity. Brett, whose fault is it?
What do you want me to say, man?
If only one of us could have the blame laid on them, who would that be? Would it be?
I mean, you stirred me in the wrong direction with the beignet.
I stirred you.
Steered me. You steered. North Carolina came out.
You stirred me.
You stirred me.
So whose fault is it? Brett?
Oh, look. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say. These are old,
You're
and this is a
deflecting.
tourist
You're,
gumbo
you're
shop.
scapegoating.
I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame.
So whose fault is it?
It's my fault.
Yeah. I'm glad we got that.
Okay.